Sports Extra, 20 minutes of local team highlights.
Brought to you exclusively by Hillers Flooring America.
Just like that, poof, the regular season is over. Welcome to our annual Wednesday edition of Sports Extra.
I'm Mark Powell, alongside Sports Director Pat Lund. The two-time defending Class 5A state champs were in town tonight, but we are going to start tonight's show with the crosstown rivalry matchup up on the hill. All right, here we go. Century looking to retain the Addington Jug and the 2-seed in Section 1-5A with a win against Mayo. First quarter, the Spartans started out hot. QB Cade Sheehan hands it off to DeMonte Simmons, and Mayo took an early 7-0 lead. Later in the first, Sparty adds to their lead. Look at Sheehan here. Shades of Johnny Manziel. He finds Carter Holcomb in the end zone. Mayo races out to a 14-0 lead, but after that, Century would respond. QB Nathan Eberhardt goes up top to Isaiah Huber, who makes the grab for the huge gain. Then, a few plays later, Huber takes it to Pater on the far side of the field. That is a touchdown. He is a baller. Century down 14-7. Later in the quarter, more Century. Eberhardt looks deep, throws it up to big tight end Mark Leonard. Never a doubt about it. We are now tied at 14. Second quarter, Century starting to impose their will on the screen. Eberhardt to Huber, who says, wait room to the Mayo defense. That's a house call. Century leads 21-14. Then, just before the half, Leonard strikes again, saving the ball from hitting the turf and falling into the end zone. Century goes up 28-14. Huge second half here, but it is Century leaving with a 12-point victory over Mayo, 46-34.
And the number 2 seed,
Yes,
Class
sir.
5A, top-ranked Owatonna, two-time defending state champs, coached by JM grad Jeff Williams, who played and coached on John Drew's field. Following a turnover, rocket strike, Parker Nowitzki takes the handoff, bounces to the outside, gets to the edge, goes in for the touchdown for the early 7-0 lead. Huskies didn't blink. Next possession, quarterback watch here. Braden Trulson hooks up with Ethan Walter on the little out route, and I'm getting out of the way. Walter does the rest himself. Walter sees a whole lot of green and a whole lot of glory. The score covers 80 yards just like that. It's a 7-all game. All Owatonna from this point. Second quarter, look at this catch. Trulson to the end zone to Peyton Byer, who lays out to make the grab. Great hands by the junior wide receiver to put the Huskies on top, 17-7. That's a catch, folks. Later, Owatonna driving again. This time they hit on the ground, courtesy of Tanner Hall. He's got a nice burst of speed, goes in from 12 yards out. Huskies up 24-7, and they can put points on in a hurry. The final from John Drew's field is Owatonna 54-7. They go unbeaten in the regular season. Mankato West in a battle of Mankato, 42-14 is the final there. 27 in a row for Owatonna. Good rivalry between Albert Lee and Austin. The Tigers go home with the win. New Prague has played well in the last half of the season, 21-8 over Northfield. The Winona Windhawks have won 24 straight regular season games. They beat Byron 33-8, and Calvin Voxlin, 202 yards and 3 touchdowns as Zabrota Mazeppa shuts out Red Wing 44-0. Next, we'll have a story about a special young man suiting up for the Medford football team this season.
And also a Class 3A showdown between a pair of top 10 teams out of the Southeast Red Division. We'll take you to Stewartville for all the highlights and postgame next.